Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here, welcome back to another FIFA 18 career mode video on the channel. It felt like I haven't said that in such a long time. And today, I'm bringing you a brand new video. It's been a while, yes, I know, I'm sorry, but recently my life has been consumed in a little game called Fortnite. So I apologize for that, I've been addicted to that game, but I'm back. Got plenty of videos planned for you guys over the coming month. If you want to keep up to date with all the career mode FIFA 18 uploads, stay right here on the channel, subscribe, like the videos if you do enjoy them, follow me on Twitter. Today I'm bringing you a very special video. It is the January transfers video. This is a team of the best January transfers, the most expensive, the most prolific January transfers that happened throughout this window, and it was a very, very big January transfer window. We're getting into a team that is going to be full of those players, which is going to be insane. So if you do enjoy, please smack the like button, leave a comment below on what I should do next, and let's get straight into this team. Alright, up top at striker, it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Recently made a move to Arsenal, which is our next player we get onto. Henrik Mkhitaryan, ex-Man United player, swap deal with Sanchez, our other player on the right hand side. Maybe I should swap them around. Sanchez on the left, Mkhitaryan on the right. They were both involved in a swap deal, of course. Sanchez swapped for Mkhitaryan. Now Sanchez is for Manchester United and Mkhitaryan is now playing for Arsenal. But we move on to the most expensive signing of the window, and it is Philippe Coutinho from Liverpool to Barcelona. Pretty much the only club he would have moved to if he would have moved away from Liverpool, and he did stick to his word. He moved for about 120 million or so, according to Transfer Market. It was 108 million pounds. Very, very big move. One of the moves that happened earlier on throughout the transfer window as well. And we move on to the right wing, one that was completed on deadline day. It's Lucas from PSG to Tottenham. Great signing there. Brazilian moving, finally getting his move. It was linked to Man United before Sanchez signed, but he's now moved to Tottenham. We move on to left wing, Deulofeu, moving from Barcelona to Watford on loan of all places, comes back to the Premier League, and maybe he can do bits for Watford. Already scored a goal against Chelsea. Congolo, one of the only left backs that have made a move this summer. He's moved to Huddersfield Town, so good little signing there for Huddersfield Town. Our left back for the team, we've got Laporte from Manchester City, moved from Atletico Bilbao to Manchester City for about 60 million pounds as well. So we do move on to Van Dijk, pretty much the first really big January transfer to happen this window. 75 million from Southampton to Liverpool. What a signing for them. And we move on to our right back. Our right back for the team, Inigo Martinez from Real Sociedad, replacing Laporte in the Atletico Bilbao team. The only noteworthy goalkeeper to move this January transfer window is Vermeer. He's pretty much moved on loan to Club Brugge in the Belgium League, but that is pretty much the only weak point of this team. Otherwise, this team is actually looking insane. We have Javier Mascherano departing from Barcelona, finally moving to China, I'm pretty sure. We have Theo Walcott moving to Everton. We have Czech Toussaint moving from Besiktas to Everton. We have Diego Costa as well, nearly made the cut for the team, moving from Chelsea to back to his old club, Atletico Madrid. We have Arda Turan moving from Barcelona, finally getting his move away from the club to the Turkish league. We then do have Bakambu from Villarreal, one of the most prolific strikers in La Liga, and he's moved to China. So we do have Wesley Schneider moving from Nice in the French league all the way to Al Gharafa Sports Club. We do have João Mario moving from the Serie A with Inter to the Premier League with West Ham on loan. We have Daniel Sturridge moving from Liverpool to West Brom on loan. We have Ross Barkley moving from Everton to Chelsea for about 20 million pounds. We finally have Adrian Silva moving from Sporting Lisbon to Leicester City after the deadline day in the summer fell through. He's finally made his move in January. We have Cosiello moving from Nice to Cologne in the Bundesliga. We do have Carlos Vela moving to the MLS this early in his career, still only 28. He's moved to Los Angeles FC. He's gone there. Francis Coquelin has moved from Arsenal to Valencia on a permanent basis. Batshuayi also going to Dortmund on loan for the rest of the season. Rafinha coming from Barcelona to Inter Milan for a loan for the rest of the season. A lot of Barca players in this team. We do have Emerson moving from Roma to Chelsea. We have Akanji, a little bit of a wonder kid, not really a big transfer this summer, moved from Basel to Dortmund. Bartra moving from Dortmund all the way to Real Betis. That is an interesting transfer as well. We do have Barco moving to Los Angeles FC or Atlanta. I'm pretty sure it's Atlanta in the MLS. Kennedy from Chelsea moving on loan to Newcastle for the rest of the season. January transfer team, that is a team, take it in. Can they win the Premier League? That is the big question on our mind at the moment. This is our strongest starting 11, so hopefully they can do bits this season. They are a very, very strong team, so hopefully they can get the job done in the Premier League. Let's see how they go. Let's simulate to the end of the season and see what happens. Alright guys, we're simulating all the way to the end of the season in May. And let's see how the team of January transfers does in the Premier League. Let's see if they can actually win it. Alright guys, so we have reached the end of the season with the January transfers team. And it looks like we have a bit of a cup final at the end. On the 26th, we have a cup final, an FA Cup final against West Ham. Let's have a look at the table. We're going to have a look together. This is our FA Cup journey. We did win 2-1 against Nottingham Forest, 3-1 against Palace, went through on penalties against Chelsea, and now face West Ham in the FA Cup final. We got knocked out on penalties against Sheffield Wednesday in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Premier League January transfers team did end up coming third in the Premier League, just behind Spurs and Chelsea, Watford in fourth, Man City in fifth, West Ham in sixth. Teams like Arsenal in 7th, Liverpool in 9th. You got Everton there in 11th as well. But we're going to have a look at the stats from all the players in the team to see who was our best performer pretty much. To see Coutinho was our most appearances with 41, 20 goals and 10 assists in all competitions. Pretty decent stats for the man. We got Terence Congolo with 38 appearances, 1 goal. Riley is injured. Carlos Vela with 34 appearances, 3 goals and 5 assists, which is pretty decent for an 81 rated player. We have Diego Costa with 33 appearances and 12 goals. You know, could have been better. Van Dijk with 31 appearances, no goals, no assists. Adrian Silva getting 31 in there with 4 goals and 3 assists. Sanchez, pretty disappointing. I don't know if he had an injury throughout the season. I don't know what happened with him, but 26 games, only 6 goals and 1 assist. Not very good for Mr. Alexis Sanchez, Chilean. But we move on to Aymeric Laporte, getting 23 appearances, scoring 1 goal. João Mario, 21 appearances, 7 goals and 3 assists. Did impact the team a bit. And we do have another big disappointment here. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang moving from Dortmund to Arsenal, getting 19 appearances, 2 goals and 4 assists. I don't know if he was injured as well, but we move on to Marc Bartra, 17 goals, 1 assist, and the list keeps going and going. Henrik Mkhitaryan, I'm not sure what that little red line there is, but I'm pretty sure that means he might be injured. I'm not sure what that means. I'm going to have to look into that, but he did get 17 appearances, 3 goals. You're looking for a bit better for a player like Henrik Mkhitaryan, but we're going to move on to Barco. Did get 16 appearances, 4 goals for the 18-year-old, so pretty decent. Vermeer did get injured, so he only did make 15 appearances with 4 clean sheets. We move down the list. Deulofeu, one player I thought would make a little impact in this team. Only 14 appearances, no goals, no assists. Theo Walcott getting a goal in there. Kennedy getting 2, surprisingly. Lucas getting none with 7 appearances. Barkley getting a goal there. But otherwise, not much going on down here. Only a few appearances from these sort of players. Pretty much came third in the Premier League. Batshuayi and Sturridge getting no appearances. With quality players like that, you know the team is really, really good when those players don't get in the team. But we are going to move on to the FA Cup final up against West Ham United with the January transfers team. Let's see how they do. We're going to simulate it in the match simulator so we see what happens in the match as it goes on. But Let's see if we can top up this season with an FA Cup final win. Alright guys, this is the team we're rocking. Had to put João Mario in there instead of Mkhitaryan because he did have a red card. But this is pretty much the team we're going into the FA Cup final with. That is the bench. We're going to go straight into the game, simulated for us to react to live on the channel to see how the January transfers do and see if they can win some silverware this season, because they did fail at the Premier League. But we're going to simulate this game up against West Ham in the FA Cup. Alright, simulating. Let's go. January transfers at Wembley. Let's see how they do in the FA Cup final up against West Ham. Putting the controller down, letting this one play out. And it's Hernandez getting West Ham off to the perfect start in the 9th minute here. Not what we're looking for. 1-0 to West Ham. And it's the former Man United man getting them with a goal, but Van Dijk equalising in the 39th minute. What a man. The Liverpool defender getting a goal in there in the FA Cup final. Let's see what happens here in the final minutes. Coutinho, our best player this season, gets a goal, but Sacco equalises 2-2. It's gone to extra time in the 83rd minute. What's going to happen? Will it go to penalties, or will a team get a goal in here? Oh, it's West Ham with a goal in the final minutes. 115 minutes on the clock, and Haraguchi, never heard of the man, but gets a goal and is being written into West Ham folklore. 3-2 to West Ham in the FA Cup final after extra time. 5 minutes to go until there were penalties, but Haraguchi, the super sub, came on and got West Ham the victory. But unfortunately, no silverware for the January transfers team. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please smash a like on the video, comment down below, show some love and support for the channel. Many new videos are gonna come at you this week and month, so stay subscribed. Subscribe if you're new around here, like the video, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next FIFA 18 career mode video.